Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the ATR trailing stop loss indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched our first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. At the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. And as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down below. You can also find a link to sign up for TradingView down below. If you use the link below, you will save a little bit of money. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Discord is a free group communication platform. On our Discord server, we are having great conversations about all things regarding trading. One of the biggest struggles on this channel is people who use other platforms like MT4 being able to follow along. Sometimes it can be hard to find the indicators we are using on other platforms. And so on our Discord server, I have created a channel for indicator creation. And on that channel, I pinned links to freelancers who can code indicators for MT or for TradingView. So if you don't want to create a TradingView account, you can hire a freelancer for a really small fee and have them code an indicator for the MT platform. Or if you are on TradingView and need an indicator created, something unique or an indicator for a system you have developed, you can also have them code PineScript. So use the link for either MT4 coding or use the link for PineScript. Lastly, I get a lot of people that are asking me for the entire list of all the winning indicators that we have tested to date. And whereas I am not a big proponent of gatekeeping information, I've put a lot of time and effort into creating the content on my YouTube channel. And so I don't think it is too much to ask for the viewers to go through and view the content that I've spent a lot of time creating. Now, if you are not interested in supporting our channel by going back and watching the content that I have created, then I have developed a solution for you. I've created a Patreon account. I will put a link to it down below in the description. If you sign up for Patreon and you sign up for the $9 a month account, I will send you the full list of tested and winning indicators to date. I will also send you an updated list of the indicators that we are testing at the end of each week. Now, of course, you have to stay subscribed to the $9 subscription, monthly subscription, to continue to receive the updated list of indicators. But that way it will provide me with the support that I need to continue to provide the free content that I am putting out for everybody to view. Now, if you just love the channel in general and want to support us, then there is also a lower, I think $3 Patreon subscription that you can sign up for that will also help support the channel and keep things going so that way I can continue to produce the content and the open information that we are creating here in this channel and in our Discord server. Again, if you have not signed up for our Discord, then you need to do that as well. It is a absolutely free platform where we have real-time ability to chat and have conversations about trading. And again, if you want to support the channel with Patreon, then you can find the link down below in the description. All right, as I said, today we will be testing the ATR trailing stop loss indicator. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 187 indicators. And out of those 187 indicators, 75 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 75 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. All right, so as I said, today's indicator is the ATR trailing stop loss indicator. Now, I know that there are probably some of you out there who are saying, this is a stop indicator. This is a exit indicator. So why are we testing it as an entry indicator? Well, the answer is relatively simple. So sometimes thinking outside the box, sometimes using indicators in ways that they weren't meant to be used, or dissecting parts of them that work well. Like some indicators, they have quite a few moving parts, and sometimes we can dissect them and pull out pieces of it that weren't necessarily meant to work on their own, or were maybe meant to work in a different way than being an entry indicator. And we can tweak them and use them in a way that they weren't meant to be used as an entry indicator. And so when I set out to start testing each indicator I could get a hold of, I knew very well that there were going to be indicators that were definitely not meant to be a standalone entry indicator. But just assuming that they cannot work as a standalone entry indicator, in my opinion, is not something that is very logical. We should put it to the test, and if an indicator is meant to be an exit indicator, let's try to use it in a different way. If it's meant to be a momentum indicator, let's try to use it in a different way, and so on and so on and so on. So even to this day, I still get people that comment on the videos, and I'm sure it will probably never stop, who say things like, this isn't a standalone indicator. This isn't a entry indicator. This indicator was made to be used with this indicator or that indicator, or so on and so on and so on. And, I'm not necessarily saying that they are wrong. What I'm saying is that instead of just, reading that this indicator is meant to be used with this one or that one, which is what most people do. They watch a video or they read something on, an Investopia or, something along those lines, who list a lot of indicators and how they should be used. They read something on there and it says, this is not to be used as an entry indicator. It's meant to be used as this kind of indicator or that kind of indicator, right? And so they never really put it to the test themselves. And a lot of the people who write those type of articles or list those, they've never really put them to the test as, say, an entry indicator either. What they've done is they've just taken the creator's word. The creator said this is not meant to be an entry indicator. It's meant to be used, this way or that way. And that's what they, kind of perpetuate. They just, parrot what the creator said it was meant to be used as. But, every now and then what we will find is that, like I said at the beginning, we will find that thinking outside the box and using indicators in a way they weren't meant to be used will, sometimes we'll make a discovery and we'll find a way of using them that nobody ever really thought about doing before, or at least not commonly known for being used as that. And so again, regardless of what kind of indicator it is, the first step that we take is we test it as an entry indicator, and then we can kind of keep it on the back burner after that. And we can, at that point, now that we know of the indicator and we have an idea of what it can do, then we can kind of start to piece it into other areas. If it doesn't work well as an entry indicator, then we can keep an eye out and say, well, maybe it will work better as an exit or a momentum or so on. But the first step, like I said, is to find the best entry indicators that we can. And so we're going to test each indicator that we can get our hands on as an entry indicator to see what it's able to achieve. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does work, then hey, we have potentially discovered something that not very many other people, or possibly nobody else, is aware of, something that can really help to maximize our profits in trading. So with that being said, again, the ATR trailing stop loss is today's indicator, and we will be testing it as an entry indicator. I mean, it's pretty simple here. We have buy and sell tags. When it gives us a sell tag, we will go short. When it gives us a buy tag, we will go long. Not a whole lot to it other than that. I am going to go in and make a few modifications here. Let's see, let's turn off the line because we don't really need it. Let's turn off the bar coloring because we really don't need that either. Really all we need are these labels, these tags that tell us when we should either be going short or we should be going long. And that is how we will be testing it today. We will also keep an eye on some price action just to kind of see what it's doing. A little bit of filler dialogue as we go through the testing. Let's just real quickly go through and map out some support and resistance areas. Again, I'm going to do this super quick. I've done this in quite a few other videos before. So basically, I'm just putting a line starting top and bottom and working my way down, putting lines where price action has come up and touched, or come down and touched in that area multiple times. Basically just kind of mapping out the peaks and valleys of market structure. And that will kind of outline areas of potential support and resistance. And again, market structure. Just throw one there. Maybe one there. Something like that. There we go. Said not a whole lot to it. Basically just gives us an extra layer of what's it doing here? The replay function has been a little funky tonight, so I'm not sure how it's going to cooperate. But basically these lines give us an extra layer of kind of trade ideas, however you want to say it. It just gives us another layer of market analysis to look at. So we get a long signal right here. It's a buy signal. Looks like it did pretty well. Got us to take profit. So first signal, and not too bad. And play it along here. Price action is pushed up. It's bounced off this area right here. It's an area that you can see it's bounced off of at least once in the very close past here. Price action looks like it's come down and bounced off this area a few times before. So that could be an area of potential interest that we may see a reversal in price action. We haven't had a real strong move to the upside, so it's nothing that I would really trade. Just keep an eye on. Play it along here, see if we pick up any signal from our indicator. There we go, we get a sell. So there's a pretty good example of how you can have layers of conditions that were met, all kind of lining up to give you the best possible kind of confirmation to enter a trade. So we had a push to the upside. It wasn't a very strong push, but it was a push nonetheless, a reasonably decent push. You see that price action came up, hit this area, pushed down, came up, hit it again, rejected and pushed down, then came up and hit it for a third time, rejecting it before we get these really strong sell candles, and then we finally pick up a sell signal from our indicator, just kind of confirming what price action is telling us. And then you can see that price took a pretty decent tumble downwards. So that would have worked out in our favor, most definitely. Again, a lot of conditions kind of aligning, and we seem to have another one right here, which is rather interesting. So price is pushed down. Again, it's not a massive push, but it's a decent amount. I mean, when you get this many red bars kind of consecutively, there's a few small green ones mixed in there, but big red bar, one after another. Price action came down, hit this area, rejected it, bounced off of it a little bit, came back down, touched it again. It's now rejecting it one more time, painting a pretty decent green bar right here, and our signal, our indicator is giving us a signal to go long. So again, we have multiple conditions all being met, pointing the direction of this being a potential long trade. Now, of course, our indicator is not confirmed as kind of a winning indicator at this point, so it's possible that it's giving us bad signals. But it's interesting that all these things aligned in one spot once again. Let's play it out and see what it does. So it looks like it got us to at least take profit. Pretty sure that bar, see, 60 pips. Looks like that was a pretty decent bar. Not quite. Ooh, 10 pips short. Let's see if it came down the opposite way. Yep, stopped us out on the downside, unfortunately. So that was not the best of signals. It was close. If it would have broke up above this just a little bit more, we definitely would have gotten a take profit off of that trade. So let's go ahead and play it forward now, and it looks like price action is just bouncing along this area. Looks like it wants to push its way up. Not a whole lot of confirmation at this point that it's going to, other than it rejecting this bottom side area of market structure here that it keeps coming down and kind of touching and bouncing off of. So let's just keep playing it out and see what it does. So we break down below that area of market structure, and as soon as we do, we get a sell signal on our indicator, and that one got us to take profit. I can already tell. What did it do here? There we go. So there's another instance of where things kind of conditions all kind of align together to create a really good indication as to where market direction market price was heading. So we had this area of market structure that price kept bouncing off of and rejecting, bouncing off of, rejecting. Had this really strong bar, this red bar breaking down below this area, closing below any of these other candles that had touched and rejected. And at the same time, we got a sell signal from our indicator telling us to go short, and looky there, that was a decent little trade. And we pick up a buy. Very interesting. This indicator seems to be doing really well at calling areas of market structure. Once again, it came down, it hit this area, it rejected it once, it broke down below it, immediately came back up, closing above, and then had a really strong engulfing bar here. It's kind of an engulfing bar. It's a really big bar nonetheless. That's what I like to refer to massive bars like this as engulfing bars, even though it technically isn't. But yeah, massive bar painted right there, giving us a long signal. And once again, we get a decent trade to the upside, getting us to take profit. So this indicator might be on to something. Just keep playing them out here for a little bit. Don't want this video to get too long on us, so we'll just keep on plugging along here, kind of keeping an eye on price action, see what it's doing. It's always interesting, something to keep an eye on when it comes to market structure. Areas of support and resistance is when you get bars where the wicks are piercing through but rejecting. That's always something to be very mindful of. That really big move to the upside right there. Thing really took off. And we pick up a sell signal right there. That also got us to take profit. You can tell that big long red bar that it painted for us. Ooh, unfortunately we start picking up quite a few signals all taking place here in a very short span of time. Let's see what's happening. So we get a short here. That didn't work out for us. Long there also didn't work. Short there, I'm pretty confident that that one did not. Then we finally pick up a buy over here on this side. We're still within the stop parameters, didn't get stopped out, and it ended up taking off on us there, giving us finally a decent trade. Now I have to say, I don't like this right here. I don't like this whipsaw. Something about the indicator just happening. I'm not really sure. You know, even with the line on screen, it doesn't really tell us what caused that to happen. I mean, it's just switching colors on us. But getting whipsawed like that can really eat into your overall count value really quick. So you want to avoid getting whipsawed in and out as much as possible. Get a short over here. That one gets us to take profit. Long there. One does the same. And let's see. Another short here. Very good. Again, Seems to be working really well with confirmation of market structure. Here we have another instance where nice big red bar broke down below the market structure. It closed below it, gave us a signal to go short, and what does it do? Continues on, definitely getting us to take profit. So now we pick up a buy here, immediately close it out to pick up a short. Then a buy again almost immediately. That definitely stopped us out. And then unfortunately it takes off in our direction. That would have been a decent trade had we not got stopped out. And looks like that is the end of the year right there. All right, so let's count them up here and see what we get out of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So we have 19 signals all together. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So unfortunately, that barely misses the 60% criteria that we were looking for. It's a shame because it seemed like this indicator was doing rather well. It was definitely these moments of whipsaw, these moments where it was pinballing in and out and in and out of signals that really put a stake in the coffin of this indicator. If it wasn't for that, if we would have only picked up, say, one losing trade here, one losing trade here, instead of losing trade, losing trade, losing trade, losing trade, then this definitely would have gotten us to the 60% criteria. And I have to say, I really like the way it was kind of working hand in hand with market structure. That's something that you don't see too often. So if you are a price action trader, if you really concentrate on a lot of price action, you might look at this indicator and see if you can do something with it. It's fair to say that you could, just using it along with price action, very likely filter out some of these bad trades. So, I mean, I know right off, for example, I know I would not have taken this buy right here. That's a really sketchy buy for it to call, especially running right into market structure. Same way, possibly over here. Yeah, it would take some more tinkering to really, kind of set and play with it. Take signals at key market structure areas that kind of give you the best opportunity, and so on. So, yeah, like I said, if you're a price action person, I would say take a look at this and see if there's something you can do with it. But for now, it's going to go on the no list, and we will move on to the next indicator from here.
If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing have tested and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.